My name is Emily. I am 26 years old. And I have a secret that makes my heart heavy every night, a secret that makes me afraid to look in the mirror. Because my boss loves me. But he is married. I work in a big office in New York. The building is tall, with glass windows that shine like ice. Every morning I walk inside, holding my small coffee cup, and I feel both excited and nervous. Excited because I love my work. Nervous because of him. His name is Daniel. Mr. Daniel Carter. He is the manager of our department. Tall, handsome, always in a black suit. His voice is calm, but strong. When he speaks in meetings, people listen. The first day I joined, he welcomed me. He shook my hand and smiled. I still remember that smile. It was warm, like sunlight after rain. At first, I thought he was just kind, a good leader. But then I noticed small things. His eyes stayed on me longer than on others. His emails had extra words, like, "Take care, Emily." When he passed my desk, his hand sometimes touched my chair. Light, soft, but enough to make me blush. One evening, when most workers had gone, he asked me to stay. We were finishing a report. The office was quiet, only the sound of keyboards and the city outside. He walked closer. His voice dropped lower. "Emily, you work so hard. I appreciate you," he said. My heart beat fast. My cheeks burned. I smiled and whispered, "Thank you, sir." He looked at me, long, deep, and in that moment I knew. He felt something, and I felt it too. But there is a wall between us, a wall made of gold, a wall made of vows. Because Daniel is married. I saw the ring on his hand. I heard him on the phone, calling someone darling. At the office party, he brought his wife. Her name is Rachel. She is beautiful. Dark hair, soft laugh, elegant clothes. Everyone liked her. She held Daniel's arm with pride. And me. I stood in the corner, holding a glass of juice, smiling, but dying inside. That night, when I went home, I cried. I told myself, "Stop this, Emily. He is not yours. He can never be yours." But the next morning, when he said, "Good morning, Emily," with that smile, my heart betrayed me again. One rainy afternoon, something happened. I was working late again. Daniel walked in, his shirt wet from the storm. He closed the door and sighed. "Emily," he said softly, "I shouldn't say this, but I can't stop myself. I like you more than I should." The room spun. My ears rang. I whispered, "But you're married." He nodded. His eyes were full of pain. "I know. And that's why this is wrong. But my heart, it doesn't listen." I froze. My hands shook. I wanted to run, but I couldn't move. My boss, a married man, and he just told me he liked me. The clock ticked loud on the wall. The rain hit the windows. And my life changed in that single moment. What should I do? Say yes to love that feels like fire? Or walk away before I burn? I didn't know the answer. But I knew one thing. Nothing in my life would ever be the same again. When I went home that night, I could not sleep. I lay in bed, staring at the ceiling. His words echoed in my head. "I like you more than I should." I touched my pillow and whispered to myself, "Why me? Why did he choose me?" I grew up in a small town in Ohio. My parents worked hard. My father fixed cars. My mother baked bread. Life was simple. I always dreamed of the city, of tall buildings, big jobs, and a chance to shine. When I moved to New York, I promised myself, "Emily, you will work hard. You will build a new life." You will make your parents proud. I never thought love would be part of that story, especially love like this. At the office, I tried to act normal. I answered phones. I filed reports. I smiled at coworkers. But inside, I was a storm. Sometimes Daniel looked at me across the meeting table. His eyes spoke more than his mouth. I lowered my head, afraid people would see. My best friend at work, Sarah, noticed. She was older, maybe 30. She leaned toward me one lunch break and said, "Emily, are you okay? You look distracted." I forced a laugh. "Just tired." She raised her eyebrow. "Be careful." I know that look. I know how bosses can be. My heart jumped. Did she know? No, she couldn't. I shook my head. "It's nothing, really." But her words stayed in my mind. Be careful. One Saturday, I met my parents on a video call. My mother smiled, asking, "How is work, Emily?" "Good, Mom," I answered. I wanted to tell her everything, but I couldn't. How could I say, "Mom, my boss loves me, but he's married"? So I lied. "I'm learning a lot. My manager is very supportive." They were happy. They didn't see the truth. The truth was, I was falling deeper. One evening, Daniel offered to drive me home. I said yes. The car was warm, the city lights glowing through the rain. Music played softly. "Emily," he whispered, "I think of you all the time." I swallowed hard. My voice shook. "You shouldn't." "I know. But I do." Silence. My chest hurt. My heart screamed yes, but my mind screamed no. When he stopped the car, I quickly opened the door. "Thank you, sir. Good night." I ran inside my apartment, closed the door, and leaned against it, breathing fast. My hands touched my face. I felt tears. Days passed. My feelings grew stronger. Every smile, every word, every glance, it all pulled me in deeper. But then I remembered Rachel, his wife, the woman who trusted him. How could I take another woman's husband? The guilt ate me alive. But the love burned me too. I was caught between fire and ice. And I knew, soon, something would break. One Friday, we had another late night at the office. Everyone left. Only Daniel and I stayed. He walked close, his eyes soft. He whispered, "Emily, I can't hide it anymore." My breath caught. "Please don't." But he didn't stop. He took my hand. Warm. Strong. "I'm in love with you." My world stopped. My boss, a married man, saying he loved me. I wanted to scream. I wanted to kiss him. I wanted to run. Instead, I whispered, "This is wrong." He looked at me with pain. "I know. But I don't care." And then, he leaned closer. I felt his breath on my face. My heart raced. Was he going to kiss me? Was I going to let him? I closed my eyes. And in that moment, the office door opened. Someone walked in. The sound of the door froze us. I jumped back. Daniel quickly dropped my hand. It was Sarah, my friend. She looked at us, eyes wide. "Oh," she said slowly. "Am I interrupting something?" My face turned red. "No, we were just finishing work." Sarah didn't smile. She looked at Daniel, then at me. "Sure," she said, and left the room. The silence after she left was heavy. Daniel sighed. "Emily, this is dangerous. People will notice." I whispered. "They already did." That night, Sarah messaged me. "Emily, talk to me. I saw the way he looked at you. Please be careful." I didn't reply. I couldn't. Shame filled me. At work, I felt people's eyes. Maybe it was my imagination. Maybe not. I kept my head low, worked hard, avoided Daniel. But he didn't avoid me. He found reasons to call me to his office. He asked me to join private meetings. He sent late-night emails, only to me. One email said, "Emily, I can't sleep. I miss you." I stared at the screen, trembling. My finger hovered over the delete button. But I didn't delete it. I read it again. And again. I was weak. One evening, I met Sarah at a cafe. She leaned close and said, "Emily, you're young. You have your whole life. Don't let a married man ruin it." Tears filled my eyes. "But I love him." She shook her head. "No. You love the idea of him, but he belongs to someone else." I whispered, "Then why does he love me?" Sarah looked at me sadly. "Because people are selfish. They want more than they should." Her words cut deep. The conflict grew stronger. At the office, Daniel became bolder. His messages, his touches, his looks. My heart raced every time. But the guilt killed me too. One night, he finally said it. "Emily, I can't do this halfway. I want you. I need you." I whispered, "And your wife?" His face grew dark. "My marriage is complicated. Rachel and we are not the same anymore." But I had seen them together, smiling at the party, laughing in the hallway. Were those smiles lies? The pressure was too much. One Sunday, I called my mother. I almost told her everything, but when I heard her kind voice, I stopped. Instead, I said, "Mom, what if someone loves someone they shouldn't?" She was quiet, then said, "Sweetheart, love is not always right. Sometimes love can destroy. You must choose wisely." Her words made me cry. The next week, the storm came. Rachel, his wife, showed up at the office. She smiled at everyone, but when she looked at me, her smile faded. Did she know? Could she see the truth in my eyes? She walked to Daniel's office. I sat at my desk, shaking. Minutes later, I heard voices. Loud. Angry. Rachel's voice. "Who is she, Daniel? Tell me the truth." My blood ran cold. Was she talking about me? I pressed my hands to my ears, but I couldn't block the words. Daniel shouted back, "It's not what you think." Rachel cried, "Then prove it." The door slammed. I sat frozen, heart racing. Had my secret love been discovered? The next morning, the office buzzed. People whispered. Something had happened. I walked in, head low. Daniel was in his office, face pale. Rachel wasn't there. He called me inside. I closed the door. My voice shook. "She knows." He nodded. "Yes. She saw my emails. She saw everything." I covered my mouth. "Oh my God." He stepped closer. "Emily, I have to make a choice. Between her and you." My knees felt weak. I whispered, "Don't. Please don't put this on me." But he looked at me with fire. "I love you. I want you." Tears ran down my cheeks. "And your marriage?" His voice cracked. "It's broken. It has been for years. But now with you, I feel alive." I shook my head. My heart screamed yes, but my soul screamed no. "Daniel," I whispered, "love should not hurt. And this hurts too much." He reached for my hand. I pulled away. "I can't do this," I said. "Not like this." Days passed. Daniel stopped smiling. He came to work, silent, cold. Rachel didn't come back. I heard rumors. Divorce. Separation. Nobody knew the truth. And me. I was lost. I was broken. I was alone. One evening, Sarah hugged me. Emily, you're strong. You can survive this. I cried in her arms. But I loved him. I know, she said softly. But sometimes love is not enough. Months later, I walked through Central Park. The trees were gold with autumn. Children laughed. The air smelled of roasted nuts. I sat on a bench and thought about my life. About Daniel. About Rachel. About myself. I whispered, I can't steal someone's husband. I can't build happiness on another woman's tears. I closed my eyes and breathed. I let him go. Now I tell this story as a lesson. To anyone learning English, to anyone learning about life. Love is not always pure. Sometimes it comes at the wrong time, in the wrong way. But we always have a choice. I chose myself. I chose peace. Now I know. Love is not about desire. Love is about respect. Love is about trust. And if love breaks another heart, then it is not love at all.